Hey loves, it's Britt, and in this video I'm finishing my Venus Through the Houses series in Synastry. This one is going to be about Venus falling into someone's 10th house in Synastry. So if your Venus is falling into someone's 10th house, or their Venus is falling into your 10th house. So what is the 10th house? The 10th house represents our highest career calling, and it's like the most public part of the chart. So the 10th house is how the world sees you. And it's a lot about your public image and, yeah, your highest career aspirations and goals. So it's more of an earth house. Well, it is an earth house. And Venus is how someone loves. It's what we find pleasurable, what we find attractive and valuable, and our heart and our love nature. So when someone's Venus is falling into your 10th house in Synastry, they can really love the way that you look in the world, that you appear. This is kind of typical for like the relationship where you feel like someone is like a celebrity. Like when your Venus is conjunct with their midheaven or in their 10th house, you can kind of feel like that this is some kind of special or significant person. Yeah, like kind of like dating a celebrity. And it can really be one of the most like show-offish placements of Venus, other than Venus in the first house. It's sort of that energy of like, you've found this person and you think they're gorgeous and beautiful. That's more the first house, and you want to show them off. With Venus into someone's 10th house in Synastry, you feel like you have, captured some important person, or like you really respect their image that they put on for the public. And so it can be one of those overlays that actually is a bit more superficial. Like, it doesn't have to be, because there's also like familial overtones between the 4th and the 10th house. But with Venus in the 10th house in Synastry, sometimes it can show up as the Venus person loves the house person for who they seem to be, right? Or who they appear to be in the public. Like they love them because they're on TV or something. And then they feel more special and more valuable because of their association with the house person. Which, for a Capricorn Venus person, or even sometimes a Leo Venus person, like that is attractive when you were with someone who they're kind of a big deal. No. So there's that. But the good thing about this is that the house person can really feel like they have a fan. They have a fan club. And that can be really attractive. Now, that feeling can still be there with actually Venus in the 7th and Venus on the ascendant. Not so much Venus in the 4th. That's more emotional and intimate and internal. But these more public houses, it can sometimes feel like the Venus person is like gaga over the house person, but maybe they're not seeing them for their internal qualities. They could be. Like, we could have other overlays going on. You could have like, Venus in the 10th, but Moon in the 4th or something in overlays. And then it's like emotionally, we are connecting at that deepest internal level, but we also feel really good in public together. So the house person too, this can also be reversed. The house person can feel like the Venus person makes them look really good too in public. So wherever Venus is falling in the house overlay in Synastry shows where, in a sense, their love energy, the Venus person's heart, is actually blessing the house person as well. So, because Venus and Jupiter are kind of like a blessing, depending on the aspects. But with good aspects, it's definitely like the Venus person can help the house person like beautify their public image. The Venus person could literally be like their makeup artist or something, or their hairdresser. That I know I said that about Venus in the first two, but in this overlay, it's more like the Venus person is beautifying their public image, not just their image to all the people in the world, like, but their image to like when they're about to go on TV, right? Like that is like more the 10th house. It would be like someone being right here and like editing all my videos or something. Like that's like the 10th house is like this kind of public image, right? So it could actually be really good. Like the house person can feel a lot of appreciation for the Venus person and what they do to help them in their career. The Venus person could even help the house person love themselves more as far as their public image. Like the Venus person could really help the house person get clear on, you know, what do they actually want to do with their career? What do they actually like? What is their true highest calling in life? The Venus person is bringing their Venus right into the house person's, you know, highest calling energy for their life. So this is definitely a significant overlay. So whenever we have Venus on the angles, the ascendant, the 4th house IC, and the descendant 7th house and the 10th house, and not even just conjunct the cusp, like in that house, these are very significant relationships that do seem to alter something quite significant in the house person's life. So this one is the most public, like it could be the most sort of impersonal of those four, but it still is definitely significant and it can still be much appreciated. Like there can be a lot of mutual appreciation for each other and a lot of mutual respect for each other too. The Venus person can really see the house person or the 10th house person, the midheaven person, in the best light possible. And like, you know, that quote, or well, like there's many quotes about this, but like, you know, what is it? Treat people as if they're the most kindest, gentlest, loving humans you've ever met, and what you believe they will become, kind of thing. Well, that's sort of similar to what this overlay is about, is like the Venus person can see the house person in their highest, best way possible. And then from this interaction, the house person actually ends up becoming even a higher version of themselves. Like, and it can really be motivating as well. So, the only danger here is like, yeah, maybe the Venus person seeing the house person not as their true self, but just as how they appear in the public. So it's sometimes it can feel like, you know, the house person could feel like, oh, am I just like a trophy wife to you? Or like it could be like that kind of energy. But it's usually just going to be a helpful career association. Like this could definitely be a working partnership, or if this isn't a romantic relationship, like they do help each other in the realms of career. Specifically, the 10th house person is really benefiting from the Venus person's love of them and seeing them in this high way. So yeah, that's kind of the essence of this one. It's more impersonal. Like it might not be, it's not super romantic, although there can definitely be a lot of appreciation for each other. It's not like deep or intimate or like that. It's not really like that energy, but you could have that going on in the reverse overlay or with other planets, like I said. But this one is more like a practical, down to business energy, and the Venus person really wants the house person to manifest their calling, and the house person is appreciative of the Venus person believing in them, and that can actually go a really long way for love. Like when you actually believe in the person's aspirations and what they can be in the world. Capricorn types are going to love this one, right? Because that's very important to them, right? As the natural rulership of the 10th house is Capricorn. So yeah, I'd love to know how you experienced this one. Was it like this? Did you love it? Did you hate it? And I'm doing your requests, you guys. Let me know if you have a video you'd like me to do, and I'll try my best to do them all. Thanks for watching. Love you guys. Bye.